Hello everyone and welcome to today's webinar with our new partner company, Minut. So we are very happy to have this webinar with you today, Caroline from the Minut team. So Minut is a Swedish company, and we would like to introduce the services and the products that Minut is offering to property managers. So if you don't mind, Caroline, to explain a bit what is your product and how it can help the property managers in their day-to-day activity. We will also have a short reminder of what BookingSync is and a Q&A session in the end if there's any question. So thanks a lot, Caroline, for your time today, and I'll let you go ahead.
Yeah, great. Thank you very much, Audrey. So as Audrey mentioned, I'm Caroline. I'm the Business Development Manager at Minut. And so today I have the pleasure to tell you a bit more about this integration that we did between BookingSync and Minut and why we did it. So to kick off, just a bit of information about Minut. So Minut is a Swedish company. We're a smart home monitoring company. So the idea of Minut, when we created the company and everything we do, we work towards, is helping host and property management company from all over the globe. And how we do that is by making sure that sharing works for everyone. So who is everyone? It's of course property management company, host, guest, but also communities, neighbors, and government, because we know that there is more and more player getting involved and coming into this industry. So it's important to take everyone into consideration. And so the role that Minut is taking is to work to help all those players get along in this growing and similar industry. So how do we do that, and what do we do? So here are some top reasons why, how we're helping the industry. So Minut, as I mentioned, is a smart home monitoring device. So you have a picture of the small device in the bottom left corner. So it's really small, about the size of a smoke detector. And so what do we do? And the main functionality that has been extremely attractive for the short-term rental industry has been the noise monitoring feature. So what does that do is that it helps prevent parties and prevent damages. So you can decide of the level of decibel in the app or in the dashboard. You can customize it. So either your property is based in the countryside, either your property is in the middle of a capital, you will not have the same level of decibel. Of course, you won't be as tolerant depending on where your property is. And so by setting up a certain level of threshold, you can be notified when your guests are being too loud. So when you prevent parties before they happen, but you also make sure that you keep good relationship with your neighbors, because we know that on some platforms, some OTAs will kick you out if ever there's too many complaints from the neighbors, because we know that then it brings challenges to the communities, it brings challenges to the government, who then put more regulation. So here we're really trying to help you to protect your property, but also trying to protect the industry as a whole. Another feature that we have is an alarm feature. So the alarm feature, of course, can be turned on and off directly from your phone. And so it protects your property when it's unoccupied. So with those two features, the noise monitoring and the alarm feature, the idea is really to help you protect your property at all points, when it's unoccupied, but also when it's occupied. And it's make even more sense in a time like right now, where we know that a lot of property managers and a lot of hosts are not able to access their property because of the different restriction, or either they're too far. We also know that guests can't go to bars anymore in most countries. They can't party outside. So what they do is they rent properties to do it inside. And so that's why Minut helps you to protect your properties against those different aspects. Another feature that has been extremely helpful is the automated guest messaging. So I will explain this a bit more after, but this is where the integration is making sense with this feature. So the automatic guest messaging is connected to the noise monitoring part. So when your guests are being too loud and so above the set threshold that you decided on, Then with the information that we have about your guests, we will be able to send them gentle text, a friendly text to remind them to quiet down. So why this is important is because with our experience, we know that in 95% of the cases, just a simple SMS will be enough to reduce the noise, will be enough to prevent a party. Most guests aren't mean, aren't evil, they just don't know that they're being too loud. And also by knowing that there is a monitoring device, they will most of the time, just decide that this party can't happen because the host is aware of it. Another feature that we have is the monitoring of the temperature and the humidity. So again, the idea is really to help you have a good understanding of your environment, a good understanding of how your property is doing. And so it helps you know how healthy your property is, I would say, but also it helps you save on your utility bills, because if you have guests leaving the AC on or putting the heat to the maximum and then checking out, that will, you don't really have a way to know. So with Minut, Minut will tell you the temperature and the humidity level. And finally, another reason why property managers love Minut is because it's easy to install. It literally sit on the ceiling to take about 2 minutes to install. So anyone can do it. You don't have to be tech savvy. So either you have a small portfolio or a large portfolio, it would be very easy to manage by you and your team. So now I'm going to go a bit more into the features. So I already talked about them quite a lot. So the feature that I would like to highlight is the fact also that Minut is battery operated. So thanks to that, we can work globally. We are currently selling in over 120 markets. And that's why also the partnership between BookingSync and Minut makes sense, is because we are both global partners. And we're also available in several languages. So, it's very easy to use Minut, to use the app, like depending on the market where you're at. And so the different feature that we have, so we have, of course, the noise level that I talked about with the party prevention aspect and preventing damages. We have the temperature and humidity level that those two will help you assess the risk of mold. And we also have the alarm recognition. So if you have a CO detector or a smoke detector that goes on, they're not connected. So you don't really have a way to know if they're on. And so Minut will recognize the noise and send you an instant notification if ever they are. The movement section is linked to the alarm. So with the movement, the movement will trigger, of course, the alarm if it's turned on. But it also helps you to know if your guests are checking in and checking out. So you will have a graph in your app. And so, when there is no more movement, you're able to know that your guests checked out or your guests arrived, checked in. Finally, we have the tempering aspect. So the tempering, guests usually don't temper with Minut because, as I said, it's sit on the ceiling. But in case they were to, you will receive a notification. And so I think I already mentioned the battery side, so that Minut is battery operated, rechargeable, of course. And then an important aspect of Minut is the privacy part that I will dive deeper into. So in terms of how you use Minut, so once Minut is installed, you can use the web app. The web app is really built for large portfolio, for property management company. So it's easy to edit. You can customize the setting in bulk. Each device can be customized separately, but you can also device to custom them the same way at once. You have a full overview of the entire portfolio with a highlight on where you need to focus on. So low battery or noise alert here. And you can give access to your whole team. For instant notification on the go, you have the mobile app, as I said, that is available in several languages. And so it's for real-time notification, really for you to react on the moment. And you can receive those notifications, of course, anywhere in the world. It's connected, and you can add as many, you can add users, so that way anyone from your team you've chosen can receive those notifications and act on it. So as I said, the idea of Minute, the creation of Minute, is really for the purpose of making it work, helping the industry, and making it work for everyone. And so one very important aspect, of course, is the privacy. Here we're talking about the short-term rental industry, where guests will be staying in, where guests will be hoping to rent a property and relax, feel like at home. And so the privacy aspect is extremely important. Of course, we want to help property owners and property managers to protect their properties, but we also want to make sure that guests feel welcome in those properties when there is a minute. And so that's why there's no camera and there's no recording. So we have no way of knowing what's being said in the property. All we do is we analyze the data within the device, so nothing is being sent to the cloud. And then you can see in the app the graph, the different level of graph, so that way you have all the information that you need without compromising the privacy.
Awesome. Thank you, Caroline. So maybe for the ones who are watching who are not clients of BookingSync yet, I'd like to make a short intro of what our software is about. So we are a PMS, property management system, with more than 30 years of experience in the industry. We have 20 years of experience in software development and about 23,000 active rentals on the software, which are spread among 60 countries. So we are a French startup, but yeah, I say with more than 500 active accounts. So we are quite present quite widely in the world. Our software is in both French and English, and all the support provided is also both in French and English. Perfect. Thank you, Caroline. So we have a wide range of clients from really big property managers to smaller ones. Among the big one, we have Lucky, which was acquired recently by Airbnb, also Guest Ready, Walkies, and Austenfly. As I told you, so we are a PMS, which means we have quite a few features available for you to manage your activity as a property manager. If you don't mind going to 2 slides ahead, perfect. So among the features we have of course the channel manager feature. So we have a synchronization with different OTA. It's like there are also direct integrations via API. So it's quite technical, but don't worry, you don't have to to be that quick technical to understand. The matter is that it works. We also have the possibility to generate a website for you to get direct bookings. Also, we developed a unified inbox, which allow you to handle all the messages that you receive from different channels in one place. We also have the possibility to send automated messages to your guests, and also to set up a payment gateway on the BookingSync account for you to be able to collect secured payments. One important note that I wanted to share with you here is that we are so the whole BookingSync team was also hired for values that we share in common. So we have in our status the fact that we give back 50% of our profits to charities. So you will see on the slide Humanium, Free Girl, One Tree Planted, our charities we were able to give benefit to the last year. So that's something we want to show and to explain to our clients, who are really happy to also help us on this project. And here the last slide is about the connections that we have with the major OTAs, knowing Airbnb, Booking.com, VRBO, Expedia, TripAdvisor, Magicstay, and Flatio. And just for you to know that we are working on adding more channels to give you more sources for bookings. So that's it for BookingSync. If you have more questions, of course, don't hesitate to contact our team. And now we wanted to tell you a bit more about how the integration between BookingSync and Minut works. So that's amazing, Caroline, that your team built this integration to our software. This way, you can really work with Minut in an automated way from your BookingSync account. So there is not much you have to do. If you want, Caroline, I'll let you introduce the main features, and then we can have a quick demo of how this integration works.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Audrey. So the whole purpose of the integration and doing an integration between a company like BookingSync and Minut is to maximize the automation. So you don't have to go back and forth between the system integrate together and do the work for you. The reason why we decided to partner also is because we have mutual vision, mutual goals. So both companies are global. And we've had a lot of requests coming from our customer for this integration. And so we're really hoping that it will help you guys to work more efficiently and to make your day-to-day life, your day-to-day work easier through this automation. So the way the integration work is that, so we will be looking at our noise monitoring feature and our guest messaging feature. So just to explain quickly again, so when the noise level, when you set your threshold, the noise threshold, when guests are being too loud and going above the set threshold, you have the option to use the guest automation, the guest messaging tool that will send a gentle text, a friendly text to your guests to remind them to quiet down. And so normally in the Minut app, you would add your information, but here what you can do is through the integration between BookingSync and Minut, this will be done automatically. So Minut will be getting the date of checking and checkout, the guest name and guest room number information from BookingSync that you would have added previously, of course. And so with those information, we'll be able to automatically contact the guests if they're being too loud. And one thing to know that is very important is that all integrations only make sense if we have the phone number of your guest, of course. So if we just have the checking and checkout or the guest name, the integration will not work because we will not have a way to contact the guest. Also just to go back on the fact that this integration also is quite important because as I said before, we've seen that in 95% of the cases, guests will quiet down when they receive a gentle text. So really the whole idea is to automate this tool that we created to help you and to facilitate your day-to-day life.
Awesome, Caroline. Thanks a lot. So let me just show you quickly how it looks on the Minut dashboard. So I'm going to share my screen. Just let me know when you see it. Okay, so this is the Minut dashboard. You have here the integrations section. As you can see, the BookingSync integration is right here. You just have to click on Connect and Configure, and you will actually see on the left side the list of your properties which have a Minut sensor installed in the property. On the right side, you will be able to search for your BookingSync property. Don't forget to add the Minut application from the App Center on your BookingSync account, like you usually do with partner applications. And that's basically it for the integration. So just connect the properties, and then you will be able to check on the section Homes. You click on your property, you go to the guests section, and here you will see the list of your future guests coming to your property, as well as the phone details. So as you said, Caroline, it's important to fetch this information for the Minut system to be able to send automated alerts by SMS to your guests. Just for you to know that if this is an information that you don't collect during the bookings process, you simply have to add this information to the guest details in the booking on BookingSync. So simply add it on BookingSync, and automatically this information will be synchronized with Minut. So it will be received by Minut. And also don't forget, of course, to add the international number at the beginning so that you make sure that the SMS is sent by the Minut system, and that's it. That's basically it. So it's quite simple, very simple to use, but really nice that the integration is now in place. So yeah, thanks again to your team, Caroline. I'm happy we have this live now.
Great, thank you very much, Audrey. And so yeah, on the Minut side, if you have any question, you can always go on our website or contact us at our email address, and yeah, we'll be able to answer.
Awesome.
But yeah, thank you very much, Audrey, for this, and I look forward to this this integration going
Same
live.
here.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you, Caroline. Have a nice day and talk to you soon.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.